welcome back to my library vlogs. Today I was going to talk to you about the knitting books I have that I use for my design work. So I've got a mixture of stitch dictionaries, some official design books and some that kind of fall somewhere in the middle. First up, I wanted to tell you about this one. This is The Beginner's Guide to Writing Knitting Patterns by Kate Atherley. I'm sure you've all heard of Kate Atherley. I got this off Amazon. No, I didn't get it off Amazon. I bought this from Pearlescence stand at Edinburgh Yarn Festival. Not last year, but the year before. It's about £20 I paid for it. And if I just read you the blurb off the back, it says, knitting expert Kate Atherley provides everything you need to know to share your projects with fellow knitters. This one-stop guide includes concrete guidelines with lots of examples on everything from pattern writing basics to schematics and charts, to handling multiple sizes, establishing a personal style sheet and more. It also includes things on pattern structure and elements, formatting and layout, and a basic introduction to copyright laws, and it does have some pattern templates as well. Really, really, really good book. It talks you through charts, formatting and layout, a bit of basic stuff on grading and things like that. So yeah, really clearly laid out. It's not the most exciting read, but it's packed full of useful information. And I mean, I would always suggest that you use a technical editor if you're writing knitting patterns. And mine is really fab. If you need a recommendation, let me know. But yeah, so that's very specific, but a really good book. Next up, I've got 3 books from the same series, which I think I've shown you before. I suppose they're basically stitch dictionaries. They're these 3. So I've got Cable Left, Cable Right by Judith Durant. I have got Cast On and Bind Off by Leslie Ann Bestor. And I've got Increase, Decrease, also by Judith Durant. What I love about these books is that they are spiral bound. So they lay nice and flat, and they're very well organised. So for example, the increases and decreases, the chapters are split into neutral increases, right and left increases, multiple stitch increases, centred double increases, and then similar for decreases, and then combinations in special circumstances. And it's full of really nice clear pictures and lots of swatches that show you the differences between the stitch patterns. So yeah, one that I particularly like in the Cable Left and Cable Right book, it has a really good chapter at the end called Design Considerations, which includes balancing patterns vertically and horizontally, coping with take-up and splay. So if you're cabling and then you just bind off, sometimes they pop out at the top. And again, really nice and clear, nice charts. And even if you're not designing, these are 3 really good books to have. I'd highly recommend those. And then I've got my stitch dictionaries. Now, stitch dictionaries are kind of like coffee table books as far as I'm concerned. They're just beautiful things to have, even if you never use them. And I do enjoy a good flick through them. So one that my mum bought me for Christmas a couple of years ago was Alternate Stitch Dictionary. And what's really fun about this one is it's very modern, fun designs. So if I just a random page here, there's one with skull and crossbones, there's sheep and there's elephants. It was very popular when it came out, and again really nice clear charts right next to a picture of the actual stitch pattern itself, and there's pages on swatching and how to read charts and colour dominance and things like that. So really fun book. Oh, Nora Gorn's Knitted Cable Sourcebook. This is like the cabler's Bible. There's so much information in here. It really is unbelievable. And it is geared towards helping you design your own as well. So you can just use it as a stitch dictionary, but there's lots of tips and tricks in there as well. And the photographs are by Jared Flood of Brooklyn Tweed, which is why it's so beautiful to look at. So it's broken down into different categories of cable, ropes, braids and horseshoes, adding breadth, expanding, finding motifs and drawing. And the way that she moves you on through the cables as you go makes a great deal of sense. So she moves you on from basic 2x2 cables and how to expand them and how to alter the design. It's not a light read, this is quite technical, but really, really good. This one is possibly my favourite. This is the Up Down All Around Stitch Dictionary by Wendy Bernard, author of the Custom Knit series. Again, it's spiral bound, which I love. And the reason why this is so nice is, like it says, it's up, down and all around. So for every single stitch pattern in this book, they give you the instructions and the charts for top down and bottom up, flat and in the round, which is super handy. And it's just full of really lovely patterns. I've used quite a few in my designs, and she does give you some patterns in there as well. There's an interrupted cowl pattern. Yeah, very user-friendly. Love it. You can tell because it's got post-its in. My most recent purchase of Stitch Dictionary was this one. 750 knitting stitches. The Ultimate Knit Stitch Bible. Who's this by? Don't know, doesn't say. Published by Pavilion. Yeah, decent content. Divides them into knit and purl stitches, cable and Aran, lace and eyelet, colour work, and then edgings and trims. But these are all only flat, top down. So you can convert them, but it's not quite as comprehensive as the other one. Really nicely laid out. Sometimes the yarn colour choices aren't the best. They have a sort of a nasty beige colour, but they're more than good enough. And they have little tip boxes at the bottom every now and then, so quite a good one. So yeah, that is a 7-minute 55-second blast through the books that I use to help me with my designing. Apart from the Kate Atherley book, all of the other ones would be super useful to have in your knitting library. It's always nice to be able to look things up. What else have I been up to today? I hoovered the stairs, which is my least favourite job in the world. Mopped the hall floor, did some laundry, took the dog for a walk, did some kettlebell training.
Made dinner.
Half cooked dinner. Dave's finishing it off now. And tonight I'm going to settle down and watch the Great British Sewing Bee, which starts tonight at 9 PM. But that means staying up quite late. I'm normally in bed by 9:30. I'll see if I can persuade Jocelyn to come and join me on the sofa. Oh, and the last thing I wanted to tell you about was I spoke to Jenny and we have set a time and a date for the next Cartref Yarn online update. So we're going to be going live in the shop with an update Friday the 24th, that's this coming Friday, at 7 PM if you're in the UK, which I think is 2 PM Eastern time. Don't quote me on that. And the vlog that I record tomorrow to go live on Friday morning will be me and Jenny. We're going to try video calling each other and recording it at the same time, and showing you the new colourways. And also we have got a whole new line of 4-ply Cartref yarn. So excited, it's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, so the next vlog that you see will be telling you all about our yarn, and that's about it. I think I need to go and help Dave make some gravy and then have a shower and put my pyjamas on. I hope you've had a lovely day and I will see you tomorrow.